I put GPS in my wife's car and found out that she was meeting with another man. She cheated on me brutally. Let me tell you the whole story. About 2 months ago, my wife expressed her desire for a divorce. She was unhappy in our marriage. She felt that I didn't support her emotional needs. I was too cold and too negative. I was shocked to the core. Our marriage was foundational to my identity. I have been a faithful husband for over 9 years, a great provider, and we've got 3 kids, 8, 6, 4. Sure, we've had our problems, but it wasn't anything that we couldn't work through. I pleaded to give me a chance to work on myself and to go to marriage counseling. She agreed to the counseling. The next month was the hardest of my life. I spiraled into a deep depression, trying to understand how I had screwed up so bad that my wife was ready to end our marriage. She was so hurtful in the ways she constantly brought up my failures over the past 10 years, our incompatibility, her unwillingness to forgive, etc. I threw myself into getting better. I sought help with the depression, started Zoloft, read everything I could find on reconciling a marriage. I apologized and took responsibility for the pain I've caused. But it was never enough. It just pushed her further away. Then she backed me into a corner. She called my family to get them to help me, telling them I was suicidal, which I wasn't. She wanted me to move in with my parents so I could work on myself, using our relationship as incentive to move out. We can't get better until you get better. She threatened to withhold our children, saying you are too unstable to be alone with the kids. I won't keep them from you. You can have supervised visits. She also threatened to have me evicted. We live on her family's farm, so she could stay in the event of a divorce, but I couldn't. She said her mom was going to send an eviction notice. A few weeks ago, I finally started to seek guidance from friends, family, and a couple of attorneys. They couldn't understand her unwillingness to reconcile our marriage. We had a great thing going. Finally, an attorney suggested I hire a PI. It's legal to track the car she drives and look at the call/text logs with our cell provider. I haven't hired a PI, but I did look into her cell records. She started texting another man about 3 weeks before she brought up divorce. He is extremely wealthy, with children the same age, and is going through a divorce himself. She's been talking with the same attorney he is using for his divorce. Last week, I ordered a GPS tracking device to put in her car. It arrived at my office yesterday, so I charged it up and figured out the app. When I got home, I put the tracker in her glove box. She told me she was going to see her friend last night. A few girls were getting together to have some wine and adult conversation. They needed some girl time. After the kids went to bed, she showered, put on makeup, and left the house around 8 p.m. She normally goes to bed at 9 p.m., so this was strange. I pulled up the tracking app. She didn't got to her friend's house. She went to the man's house she's been texting for 2 months. She stayed until after midnight before coming home. It all makes sense now. The unwillingness to reconcile. The regular overnights at her mom's house, 2 miles from his house. I believe she's been cheating for a while. The proof of cheating has actually provided me some relief. In SC, you cannot get alimony if you've committed adultery, and you can avoid the requirement to live separately for 1 year before divorce. The burden of proof is quite low, basically just inclination and opportunity. I'm going to retain an attorney today and serve her with divorce papers as soon as I have adequate proof. I'm no longer stuck trying to save our marriage. I see she is not the woman I thought she was. She has been manipulating me, gaslighting me into thinking I'm the problem.